stop and hit record on Zoom before I forget. Okay, we are recording. Okay, so everybody on Zoom, if you want to mute yourself, and then at any time, please unmute yourself. And if you have questions or just want to add something to it. Those of you on live, I'm going to try to stay on both as long as my internet allows. So grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil. I always get inspired somehow on Tuesday morning calls. I have my call with Leslie in the morning, and this morning I actually have my call with Rebecca, and I typically have our call before this Tuesday night. So Rebecca and I were chatting this morning, and she said something to me that just snapped in my brain. She said, Kim, I think we're oversimplifying this. And I do that a lot. I am very much guilty of overthinking things, trying to do too much. And it dawned on me that I want so badly to help you guys with your Beachbody career, hobby, full-time coach, whatever it may be that your goals are, that I overcomplicate. Yes, Rebecca, I overcomplicate things. I overthink things. And I was sitting there talking to Rebecca, and I'm like, okay, how do I help our team, help our coaches duplicate what I'm doing? Because I honestly, I don't feel like I know exactly what I'm doing, even though I maybe do. Nikki tells me all the time I do. But my teacher brain is very wired for structure, for organization, for, a lesson plan. And it took me probably 3 or 4 years of teaching before I was really confident with, this is what I do, this is how I do it, being very flexible with my methods. And I could teach in my sleep if I had to. And I did some days, when you're really tired. But this business, I feel like I don't have that lesson plan nailed down for myself yet. I'm getting there, and I'm utilizing the tools that are available to us because they're all in the online office. I mean, the vital behaviors are there. The trainings are there. We've got RevEmpire.com, which if you're a newer coach and you have not went through those trainings of Nikki's, you need to go do them. You need to soak up everything you can soak up. Charlene has excellent training videos on coachesemotion.com. And I guess when I got started, this team was still very, very baby. And maybe we're still kind of a baby team. But I came in kind of alongside Nikki of let's do this. And so we didn't have everything laid out for us either. We just had to figure it out. We had to go figure it out. And, I sit back and I think, okay, for my team to grow, I need to help them all get to where I'm at. I need to get them to Diamond, and I need to get them bringing in $800 to $1,000 a month for their families. That's approximately what I've been bringing in for over a year now. And I'm very thankful for that. It's what allowed me to take a year from teaching and figure myself out. It's given me more time with my kids. It helped us pay off bills so that I could do this. Hey, Nikki. And, Nikki has really tried to help tell me confidently that I do know what I'm doing when I really don't feel like I know what I'm doing. And Rebecca kind of reminded me that this morning of, I may not feel like I have it all together yet, because obviously I'm not 2-star where my beginning goal was yet. I don't have a quote unquote lesson plan per se for the business that I'm 100% confident in. I'm getting there, but I want to share with you guys tonight my keys to success. Okay. Now, a lot of these are exactly what we know, and we just need to hear them over and over again, right? So here are my keys to success. I kind of sat down and thought today, okay, what is it that I do on a daily basis that I don't, it's non-negotiable. I may not do it every single day, but pretty much every day. So I'm going to go through that with you. And I hope you really soak this in, because these are things that I've been doing when working a full-time job and now when just substituting and having more flexibility. But these are all things that some of you are probably doing anyway as a challenger, that everybody on this team can do. And with consistency and time, you will get there. You will meet your goals, whatever they may be. It just takes that time and consistency, and it takes you stepping out of your comfort zone, and it takes you building trust with people. You need people to very much trust what you're doing and know that it's not just something they're investing in and then they're not going to have any support. You know, we've all been involved in those situations for the most part. So, okay, so my 3 keys to success, and I'll go through each one: inspire, invite, interact. And it just so happens they all start with I. So I was very excited about that. Inspire, invite, interact. So first and foremost, you have to inspire, right? Vital behavior. You have to be the product. If you're not working out, you can't expect people to hop on with you and work out with our fitness programs. Real and simple. You have to be following a program. That's just a non-negotiable. You should be doing that as a challenger anyway, right? So that's easy. But going along with drinking your shake and working out, following a program, you have to share it. And as a newer coach, I highly suggest you're sharing that on your personal page. That doesn't mean that's all you share every single day, but you share your accountability there. That's where I started. I soon had my own, well, now I call it a free ongoing group, which I highly recommend you all have. But it takes time to build those groups up. So you need to let people know what you're doing. Not, hey, here's Shakeology, you should drink this. But hey, I just did a workout. Here's my sweaty selfie and I feel amazing. You know, whatever it is that you're feeling. My energy level's up. I feel I'm accomplished. I'm feeling confident. My body is feeling tighter. This is amazing. You need to share those things often on your personal page. You got to let people know what you're doing in a non-spammy way. I'm going to keep saying that. So no stock Beachbody photos. You're not sharing a picture of yourself with your Shakeology cup every day, because that's going to turn people away. And I've been really trying to watch and analyze my Facebook posts on my personal page, on my like page. And the longer you're a coach, the less you really need to do that, if that makes sense. My accountability posts on my personal page, people know what I do. I'm 3 years in. But when I started, my posts on my accountability posts as a challenger, because I started right away sharing. Like, I went into it with that 5-day challenge with Shakeology, or maybe it was 7. And I was really raw and real. Like, I'm going to try this out. And in all honesty, I didn't think it was going to work. And when I bought my first bag, I said, okay, there's 30-day money back guarantee. I'm going to give it my all, but most likely I'm getting my money back. And that's how I went into this. So I was very raw and I shared. And I think that's where people saw me from the very beginning. They knew what I was doing. They knew how I was feeling most of all. They knew that my headaches were starting to go away. They knew that my energy level was up. They knew that now I was wanting to work out, that I was feeling so much better. My digestion was better. So I highly suggest that you're constantly, thinking about that when you're doing your workout and drinking your shake. Why am I doing it? Why am I drinking my shake? Why am I working out? And then sharing that along with sharing your struggles. You want to relate to people. So the first part is the biggest part. You have to inspire people. That's what we all want to do, right? We want to inspire them to do this in a healthy way, to get healthy, to make healthy choices, to not be perfect, to know it's okay to not be perfect. So you have to inspire. And the best way to do that in the masses is on social media. Of course, you're hopefully going to be doing that in person as well. Yes, Chrissy, she's raising her hand. I feel like I'm at school.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I love it.
Attention, though, yeah. So I just wanted to add that, I just recently totally fell off the wagon, quit taking care of myself, like totally, like not even drinking my shake. And when I finally picked myself back up, I was very, very, very open about what had happened. And I've been very open about my struggles, not just in private messages, but also in my fitness group, my Rockstars group. And the amount of people who are now following me because of that and talking to me regular because of that, they've all just told me that they appreciate me being so real about falling off the wagon, because they know that I'm not just some coach out there that's acting all perfect and stuff. And so, and people relate. I mean, all these books that I've read, people relate to stress more than they relate to perfection. So just to kind of my own personal experience to add on to what Kim was saying.
Love it. Thank you, Chrissy. You're exactly right. I recently had my worst month of a very, very long time. And I had the same couple people, actually some people that are very much skeptical of what I do, that are in my group, but very much skeptical. They thanked me for being real with the fact that Body Beast wasn't my thing, and that I switched it up, and that I was willing to share that it just wasn't my thing. It wasn't motivating me to push play as much as I love lifting. It just, for me at that moment, didn't work. So definitely, it's taken me 3 years, but my brain is always wired of, oh, that'd be a good post, or I should post about that. Like, I'm constantly trying to think of ways to help people understand how important what I'm involved in is, why it's so important, why it's become such a huge part of my life. We really want to get that point across without being the sales rep. We're not here to sell. We're here to inspire people, to change lives. And last month I had a bunch of people do the 30-day on-demand free, a bunch of people interested in it. That's okay. I'm all about that. If I can get them going with 30 days and they can find the power themselves and then want to get into this, that's almost a better way, because they know they're going to stick with it. They already committed. They already tried it out. So, utilize that 30 days free of on-demand. Yes, I know they have to put a credit card in, and I right away let them know, hey, you're going to have to put a credit card in, but write it on your calendar, or set a time in your phone to let you know that in 29 days, if you're not using it, it's not working for you, you're going to call and cancel. You're not going to get charged anything. But if you love it, then we're going to talk about the cheapest option to get it for you. So take advantage of that. I know I have lately. So just inspire and relate to people. So if you're not doing anything else and it's a crazy busy week at maybe your day job, or your kids are sick and there's stuff going on in your house, just remember that you need to still do your best to inspire on your personal page, in your free ongoing group if you have one, and if you don't have one, in your coach's free ongoing group. Use that to inspire. So that's number one. Inspire. You have to, before anything else, you have to be the product. You can't let that go by the wayside because you're busy, or you're trying to juggle two businesses. I totally get it. You've got your day job, your workout. You come first in all of this. If you aren't taking care of you, you can't take care of anybody else. So just remember that when you sit down and go, okay, I only have an hour extra today. What do I need to do? You need to go work out. You need to get your workout in. So do everything you can to get that done. And be real. If your goal is, when I started this journey, it was 3 days a week. That was my goal for workouts. That's okay. If that's your goal, that's your goal. Work up to completing a full program on calendar and share that. Let people know, I'm out of the house from X amount of time. I travel a lot for my job, whatever it may be. Let people know that, so they know that they have that option too. If they can only fit in 3 days, and you share, this is why I drink this shake, because I'm constantly running around. I can make it in 30 seconds. I can take it with me. So if all else fails, I'm getting in some good nutrition today. So really focusing on that shake being your nutrition. It's not a protein shake. It's not to help you lose weight, even though it aids in that, but really it's for the best nutrition. And I tell people, hey, yeah, not everybody needs Shakeology. If you eat, great. If you are like whole foods, eat awesome, not picky, you have totally all this time to cook food, then yeah, you probably don't need Shakeology. And they're like, oh, they step back and think, I don't have all the time to do that. And that's what I tell people. If I had all the time in the world and I wasn't picky, I wouldn't need that superfood shake. But obviously my body needed it 3 years ago. And that's why it went from all of those pills to this. So, share that. Let people know why you're in this. Number 2, invite. And we hear this, right? Beachbody tells us we have to invite people. So who do you invite? How do you invite? You must have something to invite to. It can be Vibe Tribe. We can invite to that anytime, right? You don't even have to call your event Vibe Tribe. Set up an event, and whatever it is, for me today, last minute, because I didn't have an event for March, I went to Google Images. I searched March Fitness, and this cover photo came up that said March Madness or something. It was really good, and it has this little quote. And I thought, I don't know anything about March Madness, but I'm sure it's going to relate to people. So I'm going to look up kind of what it is, and then I'm going to put my health spin on it. So Not that those events are all you can do. I used to think I could just set up an event and magically everybody's going to come. Nope, you got to be strategic about those events. You've got to set them up, you've got to invite people, and then you need to post in them often, maybe go live in them, so that it's popping up on their feed. And then you've got to private message people. I will say I went quite a while with my journey and inspiring and hitting Success Club that way. And I didn't do a lot of private messaging unless people private message me first. So really be the product, really be the product. My journey, I've kind of plateaued. I'm trying to work on more. I feel like my journey is kind of stuck. So I have to work harder now. I have to private message more people each day. I have to talk to more people each day to find those people that really need help. So utilize social media, but know that you have to do the work when it comes to inviting as well. Don't think you have to just invite to specific health-related groups. Be creative. If you have some crazy talent you have to share. I really struggle with that piece of it, but I've had coaches that have had great organization tip ideas that they can share and run a group for. It doesn't just have to be clean eating. It doesn't just have to be drink your water. Those are excellent ones, and they typically bring in at least a new person or two, for me anyway. But be creative, step outside of the box, like eat your veggies group, kid-centered things that you can share about. So just think, who are you? What are you good at? What can you share with the world? And meet people that way. Look for groups on Facebook that apply to you and your hobbies. So I'm trying to find a middle school group, which I'm not having any luck with, but that's now something that I'm looking into. So I'm looking into groups to see if I can meet people. Not just that, obviously I'm not looking to sell people things. I'm looking to meet people that can add value to my life. Maybe I can add value to their life. One of the groups that I've been in the past that I've met people is a Fitbit group. That was a huge part when I got started with Fitbit. I joined every group on Facebook I could join. And of course you can't, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. That's not allowed. But you organically meet people by interacting in the group on occasion, posting in the group, commenting in the group on other people's things. And I have some good friends from that. I have some good friends from some teacher groups that actually, one of them's a really great customer now that saw one of my events come up. So you have to be talking to people and meeting people. And I used to be kind of scared to do that in person, still a little scared to do that in person. But after you get going on Facebook, it just becomes natural for me. So when coaches say, I don't know what to say to people, sometimes I have to stop and think because I just talk, I guess. And I get it. It wasn't natural when I started. I was constantly saying to Nikki, I don't know what to say to people. So that's totally normal. Ask your coach, if you're at that point of, I don't know what to invite to, and I don't know what to say. When I get into that rut, I just start inviting to Team Fit and Lean, my ongoing free group of a very long time. And I am a very simple person. So when I message, it's like 2 sentences. Hey, Kim, I don't know if you'd be interested in this or not, but I have this free group where I share recipes and daily motivation for health goals. Is this something you'd be interested in joining? Or would you know someone that would be interested in daily health tips, daily recipes, that kind of thing? Recipes are huge. Rebecca's having great success sharing some live videos of cooking. So if you can cook and you can post recipes, I'm telling you, that's where it's at. Not a great cook, so I can't relate there. I have shared some videos adapting things I used to eat, like Hamburger Helper, into my new healthier version. Not fabulous healthy, but healthier. And I've met some people through that. So you have to go where your niche is. I'm the picky eater that went from Hamburger Helper every day to this shake thing. So, I have to share that with people and how I'm adapting my meals. Okay, so that's inviting, and I will say that's way harder, right? Inviting is way harder. You have to really think, who am I inviting and what am I inviting to? Now, also keep in mind, well, let's go to number 3 because it's going to help you hopefully with inviting. So number 3 is interact. So we talked about joining groups that are of interest to you. You should be spending a little time, not all day, and I am I struggle with that. But you should be hopping on Facebook a few times a day. I always recommend 3. I'm on there way more. I'm not going to lie, but I try really hard to just morning, lunch, afternoon. Yeah, it doesn't happen, but try really hard. Engage on people's posts, and try to, right now I'm using Chrissy's sheet. I've got my sheet of people that I'm building with, that I'm just getting to know who they are. Do they have anything that could add value to me? Do I have anything that could add value to them? And so I'm using that time to just go down my list and just interact on their page. If there's something that interests me, commenting on it, liking it. If it's something really intriguing, I may private message them about it. Hey, I saw that post. I also really like that, or I'm also interested in that. In Facebook world, if you're not interacting with people, not a whole lot of people are seeing your things. And I would guess out of my 2,800 friends that I probably have 500-600 that see my stuff, and I'm working on getting my stuff out there more. But to do that, you have to be interacting with people, and you have to get people to interact on your page. So you need to make posts that make people respond. Maybe you're asking them a question. You're asking for advice. People love to do that. This is social media, right? People want to be social. Maybe something really funny happened with your kids and you're sharing that. Kids and dogs are great. Anytime you can share about kids and dogs, that's a big one. And just different parts of your life. I usually start my day with motivational posts, and I'm starting to kind of rethink that, because I used to get around 20 likes on those in the morning, bright and early, and now I'm getting like 5 or 6. So I need to rethink that. Is that not what are people not up yet? Am I posting the wrong time? Are people not seeing it? Or maybe they're not interested in that motivational post. Maybe I need to keep that more on my like page and my fit group. So you need to be watching your posts and analyzing that. Jim Rump's training had us do a couple posts. And it was very interesting to see the coaches that haven't necessarily posted a ton on their personal page had tons of likes and comments on some of these posts. And someone like me who's been posting and people are very aware of what I do, I didn't have as many. And I've probably made a similar post in the past. So that's part of it. So just really analyze your Facebook. What's going on? How many likes am I getting? Am I talking to other people? Am I interacting with other people? Let's see what else that I write down. Adding value, especially in your free groups. Make sure you're not just, you want to post your accountability. That's great. Give them your sweaty selfie. But what value are you adding to them? Right now I've got mindset tips, content running in my group every morning. And I don't put a ton of posts in Team Fit and Lean, because my hope is there'll be some action from the people in there. So I don't want posts getting buried. I put more of my posts on my like page right now. But I have that valuable content every morning, 5 a.m. I think is when I have it scheduled from Postcron. That's why we're putting those documents in Fuel Your Fire. So active coaches, hop and Fuel Your Fire. If you need an idea, see if there's something there that inspires you to use. Just put your spin on it, put your voice on it. And if you think of something, put it in a document and put it there for us, please. We've not done that in the past and we've regretted it. We've ran all these awesome groups and we haven't saved the posts to run the groups again. So keep that in mind. If you're newer, I highly, highly recommend some sort of Shakeology 7-day, 5-day challenge. Low investment. They can either order from your website and order the sampler, or if you're local, we have quite a few coaches with packets, and you can, do a 7-day for $35. It's about the same cost on your website, only it's one of every flavor. So if you can do it locally and you want to do that way, then they get to choose their flavor instead of having one of every flavor. So there's pros and cons to both of that. You want them to try the flavors, but yet if someone says, I really hate everything but vanilla, then a sampler pack's not going to really benefit them. And you can ship it to them, and I usually split the cost with my clients. It usually costs around $4 to ship a 5 or 7 day. So I'll say, if you pay the $2, I'll pay $2 of the shipping. Most people are great with that. Shake and shares are great too. If you're new, I started with one. I hit Success Club my first month. And I signed up in the middle of the month, but at a Shake and Share. And 3 of my friends, 2 of them are still going strong. We helped them sign up that night on Nikki's laptop. So be creative with this. Remember, the main goal is your health. The main goal is your health. You have to be the product. You have to inspire. You don't have to be perfect by any means. People do not, they're not drawn to perfect. They're not. They're drawn to real people living a real life. You're posting 1 time a day on your personal page about your health journey, most likely. And you're posting about your family. You're posting about your busy day. Mix it up. Let people know who you are. Hopefully you're already doing that anyway, but maybe you're new to social media, so this is kind of new. You can totally do this in person. Talk to people in person. It doesn't have to be on social media. I've done a lot of businesses in the past that I've attempted, things that I loved, products I loved, but nothing that had a business model like this one, that I didn't have to have a ton of product in my house. I didn't have to spend a certain amount of money every month to get a discount. This is so different than everything else out there. Who else in the health and wellness industry offers fitness? We've got to talk that up. The Shakeology will come, I firmly believe, with all of the other shakes and pills and wraps. And I know they're interesting. And we don't know about those. And that's what we say to people. I don't know about that, but this is what I can tell you about. And, I don't know of any other company that offers fitness with their wellness health supposed product. So if I'm wrong, please let me know. But that's where we really need to be focusing. I actually get new traction when I post a workout video on my personal page. I don't suggest doing that every day, but I try to throw one of those up. I don't know if you guys have noticed yet. I guess my phone's busy. It's how tired I get at 9:00. But if you go to your page, whatever the last video is that you posted, it's like stays at the top of your page now, which is pretty awesome, I think. So I am very thoughtful about what videos I post on my personal page, because if that fitness video is, getting a few more views every day, I want that to stay up there. And the minute I post another video, it goes in its spot. So just be mindful of that. I may have a cool video of one of my kids and I'll leave it up for a few days. And then I'm like, okay, I need to get another fitness post going. Fitness is where it's at. Fitness is what people need to be doing. I cannot stand seeing all the posts of eat whatever you want, take this pill. You don't have to work out. You don't have to get off the couch. I fell into all of that for so long. My mom fell into all of that for so long. And it makes me sick to my stomach when I see it. So we need to be the fitness advocates. We need to show people this is the right way, that they need to fall in love with some sort of fitness, whatever it is, if it's running or whatever it is that motivates them. But we need to show what motivates us. So whatever it is to you, if that's running and drinking your shake while you're doing it, or, if that's taking your Beachbody On Demand to the gym, whatever it is for you, we need to share that and let people know about this amazing $99 a year opportunity. It's still crazy to me. As a new program launches, that'll hopefully inspire people as well, hopefully soon in April. Get to the events, get to Super Saturday. If you're still contemplating Summit, you've got a little time before we set these rooms in stone. We have one as of right now. If everyone definitely can commit and go, we have one spot left in our 3 hotel rooms. That'll put 4 people in a room. It'll be about $50 to $60 a night, as long as we have those 4 people in a room. If we have to have someone sleep on the floor last minute, we will, but we've just saved 3 rooms. So everybody think about that. If you can go, if you can make it happen, I'm telling you, it's like nothing else you will experience. Not only is it your personal development and your girls trip, because most of us are girls going, right? On our team anyway. I don't even know how to explain it. To meet Charlene in person, to see that the $1 million coach at the top of our tree is just as real as you and I. to meet the people on our extended team, to be surrounded by 20,000 other people that just want to live healthy lives and help other people do the same is like no other. It's the best place ever to talk to people, to work out with these people and have photos to share that you worked out with these trainers that you see on your TV, your computer, your phone every day. It is an amazing experience. It's a huge perk for your business, and it's a huge perk for yourself personally. I mean, Chrissy Riggins came into this business because she wanted to see Shanti. I've had other, you don't have to be an active full-on coach to go. You can be a discount coach that's willing to go and soak everything up. That's what I'll say on that. If you're planning to be a just discount coach, perfectly fine. I highly suggest you still go, but take part in every opportunity you get. If you're paying for the ticket to go, you're paying for the ticket to go. Know that we go having fun, but we go with business in our mind. We go with, this is an amazing experience and we're going to soak up every single thing that we can soak up. There may be times when you're just too tired to work out, totally understandable. There may be hours that you have a break and you just decide to go sleep because it's so emotionally draining, totally acceptable. But we would love to have another person or two come if they can from our team. I talked to one of my new coaches that's actually on here. Hopefully she's okay with that. And you deserve it. We all deserve that. So if you're thinking, I just don't think I can go because, I don't want to take away from my family, or maybe I've never went anywhere on my own. That was me 3 years ago. Erin and I do a lot of things separately locally, but I never traveled by myself. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And so I did take my husband the first time, and you totally can do that. Get your husband a ticket and bring him along. I'm glad my husband had that experience. Now he wants nothing to do with it. He supports me greatly. But I'm okay with that because now we're under the understanding that he has his bowling and golf trip and I have Summit and an amazing dream vacation every year. And it's okay with him and it's great with me. Just know you deserve that as busy moms, wives, college students, whatever it is, that if you can come up with it, it's probably going to be around $350 from Nebraska to fly. I don't know how it is everywhere else. You've got your room. You can bring Shakeology in your bag, snacks. We can run to the store and grab snacks. We don't really spend a lot of money, maybe eat out once. Charlene usually has a dinner that's usually like $20 for us to go and hang out. It was really fun last year. So if you can go. I know we talked about Summit last week, but I just want to put that out there again because April 1st is coming close and we'd really need to have that set in stone. We have to make the first night payment on the rooms then. So then you're really committed, right? But it's a great time and we want you guys there. Just know that, you're not alone. Some people literally go alone. They've never met their team. Maybe their team's in a whole different state and they, like Rebecca. I mean, think about Rebecca. She came with her sister last year, but you guys are lucky because we're here in it together. We may have to meet at the airport. We may have to Uber you to the hotel or whatever we have to do to get you there. But if you need a kick in the butt with your own journey or with your business, if you just need some massive personal development, there's a lot of reasons to go to Summit. So keep that in mind. What else do we have going on? Log Your 5 still going on in Vibe Tribe. Make sure your people know about that. If they can't, I have one customer that cannot, she doesn't have a smartphone, so she can't get the app. So she's literally sending me her daily accountability every day. And that's fine in private message. You do what you got to do. Give them a calendar or something to track it and send you a picture. Whatever works for you. We want people included in Log Your 5. Coaches, if you didn't hear, we also did a coach drawing for Log Your 5. So you guys should be rocking it out and showing your challengers that you're rocking it out. So make sure you're doing that. I'm going to work on a video for my people when they sign up. And I think everybody needs one that's just welcome to a challenge group and just talking about what they should be doing to get the most out of being a challenger, as well as what I'm offering to them, my availability, when I plan to check in on them. So they're very aware when they come in what they're getting from this. whether it be a challenge pack or Shakeology or just a fitness program, whatever it may be, that the video I'm coming up with is going to be very basic for that. But I want people to see me and hear me too. A lot of times I have a hard time getting people on the phone, and I've been trying to do that this year. So at least they're watching this video and it will prompt questions. You know, I'll have some questions in the video for them to answer. So consider that as you are growing your own clientele and you're growing your own businesses. And just soak up everything. If you can hop in Jim Rump's training, I think he's starting one. Do you remember, Chrissy? In a week? No, next month? In a week.
Next week.
Okay. So he's revamping it. I'm telling you, pretty much all of us in at this time completely fell off the wagon. But it's good stuff. If you need someone to tell you exactly what to do and what to say, Jim Rump's training is your training. If you want someone to make you step out of your comfort zone, his training is your training. I'm glad he's taken our suggestions, and I actually may go through it again if I have other coaches that are going to go through it. I think I like his idea of 5 days, 2 days off. I think would fit my mindset better. And it's just really good stuff. It's only $10 I think we paid for his training. And again, anything you can soak up. If you're really wanting to do this, you know what? I had hours at night in my room where I searched the online office, and I wouldn't have any other time during the week, but like Sunday night. So I would spend hours searching for whatever I could find, watching Lindsay Matway videos because she inspires me. You know, go to YouTube, search Beachbody, see what inspires you when you have time. And I get it. If you don't have time, then all you're focusing on is inspiring, interacting, and what was my other one? Inspire, interact, invite. Thank you. Gosh, the most important one. So I hope this helps you guys. The recording will be up here soon. Those of you that are on live, I will get a recording up. Thank you for joining me on Zoom. And as always, we're here to help you. So ask questions. You know, Fuel Your Fire is our active coach group. If you're not in there and you want to be active, let us know. And just let us know how we can help, what else we can do for you. We don't have it all together yet either, but we're sure doing our best to get it together and share everything with you guys. That's what's great about this team. We share everything, anything we can help each other with. So have a great night. We'll see y'all on Zoom. I'm going to end and start uploading. Thanks for hopping on, Tara, Kim, Chrissy, Renee. And I will talk to you guys later. And everybody